Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor, who were the two supreme beings within the demon race, couldn't just let the human go. They had lost 3 universe masters, which was a tremendous loss. Ever since the demon race arose, they hadn't suffered from such a defeat, especially right in front of their faces. Do you really think you can run away? Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor turned into phantoms at the same time and flew 100 times faster than light. Dream Demon Ancestor became a silver snake and stopped the human. At that moment, Universe Masters showed up beside Shock Demon Ancestor. They were the 9 Universe Masters who had been injured. Encircle the human. Shock Demon Ancestor ordered. Yes. Damn humans. All the Universe Masters besides Shock Demon Ancestor started their attacks. Illusions, soul attacks, and spiritual force weapon attacks. Even Luo Feng, Darkness Master, and Pengong Master found it difficult to resist them. Even though 3 of the Universe Masters were gone, they were the weakest ones. Now, the Demon Universe Masters cooperated and attacked, and it was horrifying. The space particles formed a black storm, and the tip was Crush Domain Cone. The Green Phantom rushed forward. God damn it. Dream Demon Ancestor turned into a phantom as well. An oval palace true treasure appeared above the humans. The crystal was floating and swallowing them. The demon race had already tried everything. If any humans got careless, they would be sucked in and sealed. Haha. You can't compare to us when it comes to seal-type true treasures. Darkness Master waved his hands, and a streak of black light appeared, flying toward the demon race. It got larger and larger and became an enormous black pyramid, while an abyss extended out from the bottom of the pyramid. Its substantial swallowing power hit the demon race. Be careful. Shock Demon Ancestor transmitted his voice. Don't leave my protection area. Yes. Yes. Skywolf and Mo who were sucked in because we were encircled. The Demon Universe Masters weren't scared at all. Even without Shock Demon Ancestor, they could resist the swallowing power as long as they cooperated, not to mention being protected by Shock Demon Ancestor. Human Universe Masters appeared at the edge of the abyss at the bottom of Black Prison Tower. Demon Race. Die, Demon Race. Ice Mountain Master, Longyang Master, and the others rushed toward the abyss and attacked, including Darkness Master. There were 13 of them, and there were 17 godly bodies. 9 godly bodies attacked the Demon Universe Masters, and 8 godly bodies attacked Shock Demon Ancestor. Humph. Shock Demon Ancestor's godly power evaporated and turned into countless strange beasts, resisting the attacks. At the same time, he drove Crush Domain Cone to hit Black Prison Tower. Under the swallowing power of Black Prison Tower and the attacks from Human Universe Masters, even he had difficulties. The Black Storm hit Black Prison Tower, causing Crush Domain Cone to roll in the particles. Black Prison Tower was blasted away too, and the Human Universe Masters had to stop attacking. Luo Feng and Pengong Master were holding Blood Shadow Blade and Yang Jun Rod as they fought Dream Demon Ancestor. Luo Feng's Blood Shadow Blade was incredibly sharp, while Yang Jun Rod was heavy. Even Dream Demon Ancestor, who used all his techniques, he was still suppressed. Luo Feng's Blood Shadow Blade hit the tail of Dream Demon Ancestor again. Go. Luo Feng waved his hands. Boat of Mausoleum showed up in the sky, which raced toward Shock Demon Ancestor. Useless. Shock Demon Ancestor led the 9 Universe Masters and dodged that boat easily. The disadvantage of Boat of Mausoleum was already well known. Although it was unbreakable, it couldn't attack. Black Prison Tower sank, and the 13 Universe Masters, totaling 17 godly bodies, started to make attacks as Black Prison Tower pressed down. Get away. Shock Demon Ancestor controlled Crush Domain Cone and resisted it. At that moment, a blast resounded. Shock Demon Ancestor didn't even care about that. Instead, it dodged the boat. Boat of Mausoleum swept across the Demon Universe Masters, and the Universe Masters being attacked by 7 bodies were all sucked into Boat of Mausoleum. Boat of Mausoleum flew away. Shock Demon Ancestor and the remaining 3 Demon Universe Masters were all dazed, then infuriated. No! Shock Demon Ancestor roared. Human, human, human. Forbidden Master, Blood Chisel Master, and Scorched Catfish Master were also furious. Shock Demon Ancestor drew the remaining 3 Universe Masters back to the Pinnacle Palace, and it sped up, rushing toward Boat of Mausoleum. Shock Demon Ancestor had fully lost his mind. He even forgot that he couldn't break Boat of Mausoleum. Dream Demon Ancestor realized what had happened. No. Human, human. Dream Demon Ancestor cried and sped up, charging at Boat of Mausoleum. Pengong Master, Luo Feng, and Darkness Master looked at each other and smiled. No. 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 Shock Demon Ancestor caught Boat of Mausoleum immediately. He drove Crush Domain Cone to hit Boat of Mausoleum, turning the space around him into particles. The shock even extended to the interlayers. Shock Demon Ancestor and Crush Domain Cone kept hitting the boat. Break, break, break. Shock Demon Ancestor was furious and regretful. The mix of those two emotions made him attack Boat of Mausoleum again and again madly. Dream Demon Ancestor was also furiously hitting Boat of Mausoleum. However, neither of them could stop the boat. Shock Demon Ancestor transmitted his voice to the 3 Universe Masters in the palace. What happened? I only felt a mighty mind shock. In the palace, Forbidden Master and the other 2 were sitting on the plane, as they hadn't recovered from what just happened. They heard the voice of Shock Demon Ancestor resound on the plane. We were attacked by the human Universe Masters. We put all our efforts and we didn't have any other defense, said Forbidden Master as he lowered his head. His eyes were gleaming with a furious golden light. Boat of Mausoleum flew toward us, and suddenly, a terrific mind shock hit us. Blood Chisel Master, Scorch's Catfish Master, and I had powerful minds, so we could stay conscious and resisted that swallowing power. I also saw it. A strange beast with bloody scales on it said, the gate of Boat of Mausoleum was open when it flew toward us, giving out an incomparably powerful mind shock. Besides, we were attacked by the human Universe Masters, and beneath that shock, even I could just barely stay conscious. As for the others, they instantly lost control and got sucked in. Mind shock. Did the human race bring the black-striped stone pillar in? Shock Demon Ancestor and Dream Demon Ancestor stopped attacking, as they couldn't do anything to Boat of Mausoleum. Damn it. Dream Demon Ancestor couldn't have been angrier. We brought 12 Universe Masters this time. The most powerful 2, Forbidden and Blood Chisel, resisted it. Scorched Catfish had a powerful mind. 5 of the Universe Masters have multiple bodies, so they'll self-destruct soon to save their lives. We lost 6 Universe Masters this time. And lots of true treasures. Dream Demon Ancestor and Shocked Demon Ancestor were furious. There were 12 of them, 1 of whom was killed, and 8 were captured. Fortunately, 3 of them could self-destruct and flee. Boat of Mausoleum flew into the distance, followed by Black Prison Tower. The humans are all hiding in Black Prison Tower. What should we do? Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor couldn't do anything about it. It would be a waste of time to hit Black Prison Tower. They could only see the gate open again while they didn't dare to fly in. Black Prison Tower flew into the gate. Within the main hall of the Boat of Mausoleum. Ha ha ha. Satisfaction. Such satisfaction. The demons may not even have the chance to lament now, and to think they can take advantage of us when we are weak. They must be gritting their teeth out of abhorrence for us now, and they must be filled with unwillingness. Ha ha, the more they abhor us, the better it is, let them hate us all they want. Ha ha. In the main hall were Luo Feng, Pengong Master, Darkness Master, Longyang Master, Ice Mountain Master, Qingdong Master. All 15 Universe Masters were gathered, and all of them were incredibly exhilarated and excited. Look at those 2 demon ancestors. Remote Lord Master pointed outside. There were no obstructions hindering their view from the internal walls of the hall inside or the cabin walls of the Boat of Mausoleum, so Luo Feng and his company of Universe Masters could easily look out at the starlit sky outside. From where they were, they could see far into the distance, where a gigantic silver snake and a beast with a serrated shell were entrenched in a spot amidst the starlit sky. Apparently, these two demon ancestors were looking over at the same time, and their eyes were filled with the flames of endless, burning rage. Hatred. Anger. Haha, Luo Feng and his group of humans, who were all higher-ups of the race, laughed even more heartily than before. This war was turning out to be better than expected. Luo Feng, how many did we catch? I vaguely saw that besides Shock Demon Ancestor, only 3 remained, and you have caught 6 of them. Are they still alive? Qing Dong Master asked. Out of the 6 Universe Masters I caught, 3 had other bodies, Luo Feng said with a smile. The other 3 self-destructed right away after regaining consciousness. There are 3 remaining. There are 3 with you, Darkness Master said. In my black prison tower, there are 2, adding on the one you killed. This time around, the demons lost a whopping total of 6 Universe Masters and also quite a sizable number of true treasures. 6. TSK. What pinnacle race has lost 6 Universe Masters in one go before? This is something that has no precedence. Before Shock Demon Ancestor and Dream Demon Ancestor, we have caused them a loss of 6 Universe Masters. The other groups of powers who are a notch less capable will certainly not dare to make any rash moves now. This was a matter of course. Like the Thorn Ring Alliance, 9 Territories Alliance, and some other alliances, they probably only had a total of 20 to 30 Universe Masters. Even when all the powers of the higher-ups within the alliance were put together, they might not even be comparable to the demons. Merely 2 Universe Supreme Masters from the demons would be powerful enough to wipe out the entire group of Universe Masters. Even the demons had to lose 6 Universe Masters. What if the Thorn Ring Alliance were to fight the humans? In just one confrontation alone, would they not lose as many as 10 to 20 Universe Masters? The other races were shaken by the news they heard and did not dare to intervene in this war. So a large batch of mediocre groups would not intervene recklessly. In fact, throughout the entire original universe, the total groups including mediocre powers, scattered powers, and some others was the majority of the original universe's total. They might not be so powerful when they stood alone, but collectively, they did add to the overwhelming number. Luo Feng, how did you manage to do it? What happened? Yes, Luo Feng. How could the boat of Mausoleum catch hold of 6 Universe Masters at one go? Long Yang Master, Deserted Mirror Master, Void Gold Master and the rest were all filled with curiosity and questions. You all want to know? Luo Feng's gaze swept over every single one of the Universe Masters there. They all nodded. Of course, they wanted to know how vicious this method was, to catch hold of so many Universe Masters at one go. Of course, they wanted a glimpse of that effective method that Luo Feng had used, and since Luo Feng could tell Darkness Master and Pengong Master about his strategy earlier on, this must not have been some despicable, underhanded method. Don't regret it, Luo Feng said teasingly. What is there to regret? Long Yang Master looked dubious. You all will know in a while. Darkness Master, Pengong Master, and Luo Feng looked at one another, then laughed. With a wave, Luo Feng said, look carefully. The doors of the main hall opened automatically, and a group of Universe Masters turned to look toward the door. A short moment later, a bout of incomparably strong willpower suddenly enshrouded the group. At that moment, some were forced to their knees with their bodies trembling, such as Remote Lord Master, while the majority of the other Universe Masters all wore terrible expressions. Only Ice Mountain Master and a few others were able to resist the impact. As quickly as it came, the willpower vanished into thin air, and these Universe Masters were able to recover completely. An impact of willpower? Such a strong impact of willpower. What treasure is this? The Universe Masters were still in shock, yet they could not help asking questions. Darkness Master, who was standing to the side, said, for most of you, your willpower is not strong enough, so you are unable to get near that treasure at all. Luo Feng nodded. That treasure is in another place along the corridor of the Boat of Mausoleum, a distance of tens of thousands of kilometers away from here. I have removed the protective cover over it just now, so you all felt the impact of its willpower. If that treasure were to be placed before you all, those whose willpower is able to meet the limit of a Universe Master would be fine. Others, I'm afraid, might not be able to shoulder the impact. The even weaker ones might lose consciousness. It's really that impressive? Meeting the limit of a universe master in order to safely arrive before this treasure? Longyang Master, Ice Mountain Master, Deserted Mirror Master, and all the others were aghast. The impact of this willpower was simply overbearing. Luo Feng laughed. The impact of the willpower of that drop of godly blood might be spread out in all directions, but even so, one's willpower had to meet the limit of a universe master's willpower in order to stand safely before it. If one could restrain and restrict the entire impact of its willpower in one direction, it could sweep up all the great beings below the willpower of a universe supreme being. This was definitely an extremely terrifying weapon. It was not easy to find a vessel that carried pure godly blood. True treasures like Shi Wu Wings and Star Tower could, and the boat of Mausoleum could do the same. Furthermore, it could seal off the impact of willpower. I know, Luo Feng. Once the cabin doors of your boat of Mausoleum open, there will be a sudden impact of willpower surging out for shore. Remote Lord Master stood up and lamented with a sigh, that group of universe masters is originally under our joint attack, be it illusionary or otherwise. For them to suddenly experience the impact of such strong willpower, I'm afraid those with weaker willpower will be knocked senseless, and even those with willpower meeting the limit of a universe master, because they are also under attack, they too will probably be affected. Only those whose willpower has met the level of a universe supreme master can be fully confident. With the supplementary help of a Pinnacle Palace True Treasure's suction power, there is really not much resistance they can put up. In a moment, they can be sucked in. Yes, that is why only Prohibition Master, Blood Chisel Master, and Scorched Catfish Master managed to escape. Luo Feng sighed. When there was war, those destined to be caught were those who were weaker. The powerful ones were more difficult to apprehend. After they relished in the moment of celebration, it was soon time to part. Let's go back to the primal secret region. You all go ahead, Luo Feng said. I will stay behind to control this boat of Mausoleum and end this once and for all. Everyone nodded, including Darkness Master. At the same time, hazy black light rays appeared within the main hall, just like how Luo Feng could make use of God Country transportation to get within Star Tower. This was the same concept. If Luo Feng, as the master of this boat of Mausoleum, was not obstructed by anything, he could certainly make use of God Country transportation. And this was the safest transportation ground. If he was somewhere outside, the two demon ancestors filled with endless rage would probably attack him. Amidst the hazy black light rays, Darkness Master, Pengong Master, Longyang Master, Void Gold Master, and the rest in the group all looked at Luo Feng. All were nodding or smiling. Faintly, on the other end of God Country transportation, they could see that vast God Country world. Then everyone disappeared. In the virtual universe, at the apex of Thunder Island, Luo Feng went to meet his teacher. Great victory. Primal Chaos City leader closely followed the situation of the war and how it progressed. The moment he saw Luo Feng, his emotions ran high. Well done. This turned out much better than we planned. This way, the situation the human race is in will improve. Yes. Luo Feng nodded. Teacher, shall I then follow our original plan and start negotiating with the demons? Yes, go ahead. Primal Chaos City leader nodded. I hope the demons know when to back off. They better not let greed get the better of them. All right. Luo Feng nodded. Inside the boat of Mausoleum, Luo Feng sat on his throne in the main hall as he sighed with relief. First step. Not bad at all. Luo Feng said to himself. At least we humans are no longer in such a desperate situation. Initially, what he was most afraid of was that when the humans were defeated, other races who feared losing out because they were a bit slower would all rush over to attack them. Then almost all the groups in the entire original universe would be rampaging their way toward the humans. That would have been a truly desperate situation. The humans would have had to give up all of their territory and retreat fully into the primal universe. What would their future be like then? Great beings would rise after they had gone through the grueling life and death honing processes. And if they became public enemies of the original universe, then all the powers in Universe Ocean would certainly lay siege on them. Then the human force would not be able to make any advances and would be stuck in an even worse predicament. They are all gone. It's only me here. Luo Feng rose to his feet. Staying behind alone was because, firstly, with everyone else gone, there had to be someone left behind to control the boat of Mausoleum. Secondly, there had to be a final closing negotiation. With one deliberate movement, the boat of Mausoleum vanished into thin air while Luo Feng appeared amid the quiet, starlit sky. Contrary to what the humans were feeling, the two demon ancestors watching the boat of Mausoleum from afar were filled with rage, reluctance, and shame. They were going mad. Their shame morphed into anger, with various feelings becoming entangled in a complex mix of emotions. This loss was unprecedented for the demons, and the two ancestors felt guilty in the eyes of the other demon universe masters. The impact of that willpower. Just what treasure is that? Dream Demon Ancestor said via voice transmission. Within the universe, there may be some items that carry evil air or impact of willpower, but those impacts are usually very weak. Most are not even worthy of an undying level. Treasures that could impact those at the level of universe knights are even fewer in number. But that human race actually owned a treasure with willpower that can exert an impact strong enough to bring our universe masters to the verge of breaking point. Never heard of it, Shock Demon Ancestor said in a low voice. Maybe it is inside that boat of Mausoleum. After all, that boat of Mausoleum was left behind by Duandong River. The loss by our clan this time around. Dream Demon Ancestor's eyes were filled with dissatisfaction. Loss? Of course. We must remedy our loss. Shock Demon Ancestor stared hard at the boat of Mausoleum in the distance. The boat of Mausoleum vanished into thin air. In its place was a man of the human race who stood amid the starlit sky. With a pair of silver wings and a stone blade slung across his back, he walked over while saying, "Shock Demon Ancestor, Dream Demon Ancestor, do you want your 5 demon universe masters back alive?" Shock Demon Ancestor and Dream Demon Ancestor occupied the sky and gazed at the humans coming for them in the distance. Luo Feng, Shock Demon Ancestor said in a low voice. Dream Demon Ancestor kept glaring at Luo Feng as if she wanted to kill him. They both knew that Luo Feng had the power of a top-tier level 6 universe master, and he could get into boat of Mausoleum instantly. Even 10 more universe supreme masters couldn't kill him, and their original plan had been to capture a group of human universe masters to blackmail human. "Tell us. What conditions?" said Shock Demon Ancestor. Luo Feng chuckled. "Simple. Exit this war now. I can give you a time limit. The universe masters and universe supreme masters of the demon race won't be allowed in human territory. After one era, you can do whatever you want. This war would be quick." The first battle with the demon race had felt long, yet it had ended in no time, so Luo Feng speculated that it would take 100 years maximum. One era was long enough. "If we agree, you'll release the 5 universe masters?" asked Shock Demon Ancestor. "Of course." Luo Feng nodded. Shock Demon Ancestor and Dream Demon Ancestor transmitted their voices. Luo Feng smiled. "However, we'll return them one era in the future." "One era in the future," said Shock Demon Ancestor. "You're not being sincere. A promise means nothing." Luo Feng shook his head and smirked. "Everything relies on promises, which can be insincere in the face of immediate benefits, so I can only return them one era later. As long as you don't meddle in the next era, the 5 universe masters can go back safely, and will return those true treasures as well." Shock Demon Ancestor and Dream Demon Ancestor kept transmitting their voices. "What should we do?" asked Dream Demon Ancestor. "Their deaths will be worth it," answered Shock Demon Ancestor. "Give up." Dream Demon Ancestor understood. Shock Demon Ancestor transmitted his voice. "We have more than 20 universe masters. Even if we lose 6 of them, Forbidden and Blood Chisel, who have the best chance to become Universe Supreme Masters, are still alive. Just let those 6 masters go. The chance to transcend incarnation is vital, and when it comes to power, even the combination of the 2 of us can top everyone else in the original universe. How can we let this chance slip away?" "Okay." Dream Demon Ancestor made up her mind. They would just let the 5 universe masters die. They gave up. Luo Feng stood in space. Are you sure? If you keep fighting, the repercussions might be worse. Shock Demon Ancestor glanced at Luo Feng. Their deaths will be a contribution to our entire race. Luo Feng, I'll see how far you can go. Humph. Teacher Origin is eternally suppressed while Huge Axe is dead. Even if you become a Universe Supreme Master, this won't end well for you. I'll make sure it doesn't end well for you before me. Luo Feng chuckled. Go. Shock Demon Ancestor bellowed. I'll avenge us. Dream Demon Ancestor wailed. They accelerated and disappeared in the sky. Luo Feng shook his head. Those two old guys are ruthless. 5 Universe Masters. However, Luo Feng looked solemn. Based on that negotiation, the demon race was determined. They clearly had strong motivations. He could extrapolate that the bug race, the automaton race, the prison race, and the others all had similarly powerful motivations. Everyone craved the chance to transcend incarnation. No power would believe Luo Feng if he said he didn't. The Ancestral God School and the Space Beast Alliance are close to me, Luo Feng thought. However, when it comes to a chance to transcend incarnation, that relationship means nothing. Personal relationships were nothing compared to the fate of an entire race. Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest has always been kind to me, Luo Feng thought. Besides, his power is incredible and unpredictable. If he needs it, I can give some information to my teacher, and in return, he can assist my race. Luo Feng was, after all, the one who had gotten the inheritance from Duandong River. He had the right to decide. However, he would only share the systematic ancient inheritance from undying fighters to Universe Supreme Masters with his own race. This guideline would greatly increase the opportunity of great beings being born in the human race. As for Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest, he would give him the experiences of the Universe Supreme Masters. After all, for one thing, Teacher Sitting Mountain Guest helped him a great deal. For another, the Earthlings had been created by Sitting Mountain Guest. I'll get back first. Boat of Mausoleum teleported and went back to the primal secret region through God Country transportation. Demon Ancestor Secret Region. Demon Ancestor, save us. Demon Ancestor, please save us. 5 Demon Universe Masters were groveling and growling, asking the 2 Demon Ancestors for help. None of them wanted to die like this. This was only the original Universe era, so they could live for at least 2 Universe eras. They wouldn't mind if they were killed in combat, but being sealed and killed would be devastating. You fell in the hands of the human race. There's nothing we can do about it, said the avatar of Shock Demon Ancestor. They'll definitely bring you to the primal universe and use the power there to kill you all. It's not that we don't want to save you, but we can't do anything. Demon Ancestor. No. They were all in agony. They weren't afraid of their minds being controlled. After all, they were Universe Masters with great godly power and souls. Even though some Universe Masters had their minds controlled, that had been done by Universe Supreme Masters, and no Universe Masters had ever been controlled by other Universe Masters. With Teacher Origin being suppressed and Huge Axe dead, no Universe Supreme Masters would do that to them. The humans would only use the primal Universe Origin to kill them, and they could self-destruct before their minds were controlled. Inside Chaos City, the demon race is so greedy that they don't even care about 5 Universe Masters. Primal Chaos City leader ordered, spread the news of this war. Only the automaton race, the demon race, and the bug race know about the death of Huge Axe. As for the other powers, they have no idea what happened. We'll let them know what will happen if they gang up against us humans. Okay. Spread the news. The humans were all furious about how greedy the demon race was, spreading the news through the information network of the virtual universe. We'll deal with these Universe Masters first. Primal Chaos City leader looked around at the Universe Masters. I'll use the primal universe origin to suppress them, and you can try controlling their minds. Okay. Darkness, you're great at this. You can try first. The human great beings were all belligerent. The greed displayed by the demon race made them realize that war would be unprecedentedly cruel, and the war was just beginning. This invisible pressure filled them with hostility. To control the minds of demon universe masters? To kill the demon universe masters? Of course, they would love to do that. Just when the human race was spreading the news on purpose, the bug race, the demon race, and the automaton race met. In the silent sky, 3 minds gathered and became 3 blurry phantoms, 1 oval, 1 silver, and 1 beauty, respectively. What happened, Dream Tea? What happened? The oval phantom and the beautiful figure asked at the same time. The silver snake said, even if I don't tell you, you'll know from the humans very soon. We demons took off just now, but we met the human universe masters. You met the humans? What happened? The others hadn't been through any ultimate wars with the humans, so they didn't know what trump card the human race had. The human race had Teacher Origin, who roamed Universe Ocean, and Luo Feng, who had received the inheritance from Duandong River, so none of them dared to look down upon the humans. We lost 6 universe masters, said the Silver Snake. What? 6? Both Father God and Bug Empress were shocked. Are the humans really that powerful? Asked Father God. The Silver Snake said, yes, the humans are very powerful. If we act alone, any one of us will suffer. How? Both Father God and Bug Empress wanted to know what trump card the humans had. It's because of that Luo Feng, said the Silver Snake. He had power at top tier level 6. We lost 5 universe masters, 5 of them were sealed, and 1 was killed by Luo Feng. His blade technique is incredible. Besides, the human race has 2 supreme true treasures, which might also be brought by the humans. Dream Demon Ancestor didn't mention the mind shock. The automaton race and the bug race would be able to discover Luo Feng's power and the 2 supreme true treasures once they joined the fight. However, that valuable exerting terrific mental force was what had cost the demon race a great deal this time. The demon race wanted the automaton race and the bug race to suffer from a great loss as well. After the demon race, the automaton race, and the bug race began sharing information, the news of Huge Axe's death was spread. At the same time, the news that Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor had led Universe Masters in an attack against the humans but had ended up losing 6 Universe Masters also spread. This video will end here.